Do you have a child who is experiencing speech delay? Come closer. This video is for you. I'll be teaching you one major, common, and easy strategy you can use to improve your child's speech, and that is rhymes. Yes, rhymes. So, if you're a parent and you don't know the nursery rhymes or you're not familiar with the nursery rhymes, you need to sit down and learn a whole lot of nursery rhymes because there's a way to appropriately use rhymes to improve your child's speech. Importance of rhymes. Number one is that rhymes uses lots of early speech sounds. For example, we have things like ba ba black sheep, that's like babbling. And we have things like Johnny, Johnny, yes, papa, eating sugar, no papa, telling lies, no papa, open your mouth, ah ah ah. That particular rhyme focuses on the ah 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 ah. You hear the papa, the ah ah ah, and all of that. So it uses lots of early speech sound, meaning that you can start using it right from when your baby is even 3 months. So you don't wait till you are experiencing a delay. You can actually start using it intentionally with your child. Number two, rhymes uses a lot of repetition. For example, the wheels on the bus goes round and round, round and round, round and round. That's lots of repetition. Repeat words, phrases, and sounds. Rhymes uses lots of repetition. So it's a very good tool to help your child pick words or use a particular word. Number three is that your child can learn new words. Rhymes exposes your child to new words. So your child might be hearing a rhyme for the first time, which he or she has never heard before. There is possibility of picking a new word from that particular rhyme. Number four, rhymes improves cognitive skills. So rhymes helps your child to understand how the world works or understand cause and effect. For example, five little monkeys jumping on the bed, one fell off and bumped his head. So your child gets to understand that if I am jumping on the bed, there is possibility of falling and bumping my head. Do you understand? So rhymes helps your child to understand how the world works. Rhymes helps your child. Number five, rhymes helps your child to understand social skills, turn taking. For example, you're singing a rhyme like if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. You have to say clap your hands before your child claps. So that is turn taking. Your child knows that you have to get to this point, then I respond. It helps your child to understand social skills, helps him or her to understand turn taking. Number six, right? Number six, rhymes helps your child to improve attention. For example, you are singing Ikiri Dikiri Duck, the mouse went up the, and you just say something else. You can say the mouse went up the mat. Your child that knows the song is likely to say no, 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 or just look at you like you've said something wrong. So it helps your child to pay attention because the child was already expecting to hear the mouse went up the clock. So it helps to improve your child's attention. Number seven is that rhymes helps to improve phonological awareness. That's knowledge of sounds. For example, the Johnny Johnny Yes Papa and the Baba Black Sheep. That makes use of a lot of the ah sound, and the Baba Black Sheep use the b and ah sound. So it helps your child to understand phonics, so such that when your child gets to the level where is learning the letter A sounds ah, letter B sounds b, the child can easily connect it with one rhyme he or she has heard before. And the last thing is that rhymes helps your child to improve receptive communication and comprehension. How to deploy the strategies. Number one thing you need to know is that rhymes includes a lot of gestures and instructions. So for example, you are singing if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. You need to move your body in response to that rhymes. You need to move your body in response to that rhymes. This will help your child to understand the function of the word. To help your child understand the function of the word. So number one thing is move your body in response to the lyrics of the song. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Then you clap your hands and you prompt your child to clap his or her hands. You can give a second, 2, 3, up to like 10 seconds wait time for your child to respond, to imitate that action. So you need to use putting gestures, use all body imitation, move in response to that rhyme. That is the number one strategy. Number two strategy is that you want to communicate the function of that rhyme. You want to communicate the function of that rhyme, and that is also very similar to number one. So, number two, you want your child to understand the function of the rhyme, because a lot of children are not using their words because although they have it, they don't know the function of some of those words. And if you don't know the function of the word, you won't say it. If you don't know what a language means, you are likely not to speak it. Do you understand? So let's teach your child the function of the word. So if you say jump up, you need to jump up. So jumping up, you are teaching the function, and you need to do it consistently. You need to do it consistently. So your child is able to understand the function and the gestures of the word. Move your body in response. That's number one. And number two is let your child understand the function of the word. Number three, use the break and repair. Break and repair. You take a break and you repair it. For example, you can be singing a song like one little finger, one little finger, one little finger, and you just stop. Where you're stopping is a place where your child can easily come in and say tap, tap, tap. So waiting at that point is encouraging your child to say something. Now, like we said earlier, you need to know the rhymes, and your child should also know the rhymes. There are rhymes your child is familiar with, right? So your child is likely to say tap, 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 especially when you're using a call and response, where you say one little finger and you stopped. If your child says tap, 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 or your child just say or your child jumps, just any attempt the child makes, acknowledge it. That's number four. Acknowledge any attempt your child makes in response to that rhyme. Number five is do conceptual teaching. When I say conceptual teaching, for example, if you are teaching something like twinkle, twinkle, little star, you can get crafts. You can get you can get crafts, you can get maybe pictures of star, you can get a drawing that the child can paint, something to reinforce that word, something to reinforce that activity. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, you are coloring the star, you are singing the song. If you have a son, you are singing Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun. So use conceptual teaching. Let the child be able to relate to it. And as much as possible, you can actually color that object the common color of that particular thing. For example, if you are using sun, you need to color the sun yellow or something very bright. You can't be coloring a sun black. Do you understand? So you need to teach in a way that your child would understand. You can also make crafts, cut cardboards or any other form of craft materials to replicate the picture of that image. So it helps your child to make attempt to be interested and prompted to use more words. And number five is cognitive flexibility. Let it be flexible for your child to comprehend. Do you understand? A lot of times we want something that is very, very rigid. We want, okay, now I'm here to do this, you have to sit down. No, you have to be very flexible. Understand your child's capacity. If you have a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old, they might not be able to sit more than 5 minutes, 6 minutes thereabouts. Okay, so you need to understand. You can't keep them for a long time and you are doing that activity, so you will need to break it into bits. You can do 5 minutes and go and play, do something else, and you come back and you do that. So I hope you've gotten the strategies now. Thank you. I'll see you in another video.